Now that you've finished your research, you are going to take all that you've done and turn it into an outline. So we will never be writing the research paper itself. However, we will be creating an outline as if we were to write the research paper. So eventually you will type this, but before we do so, you're going to make a rough copy on this paper copy, handwritten, and then have that checked, and then you will type a final copy. So this is an explanation of how you should fill in this paper copy so you do everything correctly. So first we begin with some Mla formatting. According to Mla, you must have a header and a heading. So those are two different things. A header is on each page at the very top, and it's last name and then page number. So I would put Keller 1. So on every single page of your paper, you will put in this header, your last name and the page number. So the second page would be page 2, the third page would be page 3, and so on. So that header appears on every single page of your outline. The heading, on the other hand, only appears on the first page. So your heading consists of 4 things: your name, the teacher, class name, and date. So it'll be your name, Mrs. Keller and Mr. Downing, research paper / career, and then the date that you are completing this. That heading again only goes on the first page, not on the whole thing. So you'll fill all that in. The last thing that Mla requires is that you have a title. So you're going to insert a title for your outline. Alright, then we move into the outline of the actual paper here. We start with these Roman numerals. Each Roman numeral is a paragraph. So Roman numeral 1 would be your first paragraph, which would be your introductory paragraph. Then Roman numeral 2 would be your second paragraph of the essay, which means it would be your first body paragraph. Roman numeral 3 is going to be the third paragraph in your essay, the second body paragraph. Fourth paragraph in your essay, third body paragraph. And then 5 would be your 5th paragraph in the whole essay, and it's your conclusion. So we begin at these Roman numerals, and then it's indented just a little bit. Every time we indent, it means that this idea goes underneath the umbrella of the previous one. So inside this intro, I'm going to have these 5 things. First, I'll have my opening sentence. If you were really writing this paper, how would you start it? Maybe you use a hook or a main idea sentence. That's what would go right here. Remember, you should never use I or my or in my research or anything like that. This is a formal paper. You will use formal language. All right, then you're going to have your 3 supporting sentences. These should each be an idea for your body paragraph. So idea 1, to prove my thesis. Remember, my thesis is what my entire paper is going to be about. So this will be my first body paragraph. For this essay in particular, this first body paragraph should be about describing your career and the daily duties of that job. So you're going to write 1 supporting sentence here, and this should tell me what your entire first body paragraph is going to be about, which again in this paper is this career and the daily duties. Then we have idea 2 to prove thesis. This is your second body paragraph. For this paper specifically, you'll be looking at salary and requirements. So again, a main idea sentence for your second body paragraph. And then your third, for this essay, it'll be how this career has an impact on the world and how it has an impact on other careers. Again, a main idea sentence, a supporting sentence that'll tell me what your entire third body paragraph is going to be about. Reminder, never say, this body paragraph will be about the career and the daily duties of that job. Obviously, you need to give a sentence that tells me the specifics of that. Finally, your thesis. Remember that the thesis is what your entire paper is working to argue or say or show. So this thesis should be the last sentence of your intro, and for this paper in particular, you're answering this question: why is this career important? Your whole paper is really telling us why is this career important. All right, idea 1 then becomes your first body paragraph. So for this essay, this entire body paragraph will be about describing the career and daily life in that job. you start off with your opening sentence. So this will be your topic sentence. This should be a main idea. What is this whole body paragraph about? That sentence should be similar to the one you put in your intro. Then you have detail 1. So this is idea 1 from your research in your own words. So if this entire first body paragraph is about the career and the daily life, I can split that up. So this first sentence, I'm going to talk about describing the career. So I'm going to, in my own words, describe the career as I found from my research. Then, for each detail, each point from your own words, you are going to have a sub-detail. Notice how it's indented more, which means that this goes with this. Your sub-details, these should be quotes from your research. So, you need at least one direct quote and at least one paraphrased quote in this outline. However many you use of both is up to you, but you need at least one of each. And it must have an in-text citation. So we practiced that on No Red Ink. Your in-text citation is the author's last name and a page number in parentheses. If you do not have a page number, you leave it out. If you do not have the author's last name, you will put the title of the article in quotation marks, still in parentheses. All right, so this sub-detail should be about this detail 1. So again, this paragraph is about the career and daily life. So this is going to be about describing my career, and then this quote is going to be something from my research describing my career. Detail 2, in my own words, I'm going to talk about the daily life. Then I'm going to give a quote from my research about the daily life in that job. Then we move on to our second body paragraph. This is about our salary and requirements. So again, an opening sentence, that's your main idea sentence. The first detail, so we can break this into 2, discuss my salary in my own words. Then I'm going to give a quote or paraphrase quote about that salary and include an in-text citation. Then I have my detail 2 in my own words. This is going to be about the requirements. And then I will give a quote from my research about the requirements and include in-text citations. Same thing for your third body paragraph. This one is about how the impact this career has on the world and other careers. So again, opening transition sentence, my main idea sentence. Detail 1, in my own words, I will describe the impact this career has on the world. And then sub-detail 1, I have a quote from my research, a direct quote or paraphrased about the impact it has on the world, and an in-text citation. Detail 2, how it impacts other careers, in my own words. Then I have a quote from my research about how it impacts other careers, and I include my in-text citation. Finally, you have your concluding paragraph. Just the way that you do in your normal organizers, you're going to restate your argument, restate your main points that each body paragraph made, and then restate your thesis in new words. Remember, your thesis is written way at the beginning, right here. Once you're done with all of that, that's the outline for the essay itself. Then you have a works cited page. So everyone got a guide for what the citation should look like. For every single type of source in that MLA guide that I gave you, you have an example of the exact formatting, including italics, punctuation, last name, first name, exactly how to write it, what should be included in what order. All of that is in that packet. For every single quote that you put in this paper, every single in-text citation that you have, it should connect to a citation on this works cited page. So a full citation includes all of the information that you have about that source. The author, the source, the title, page numbers, dates, publishing location, whatever. All of that is going to be put on this page. You should have a citation for every single source that you used in this paper. If you found a source in your research, but then you wound up not using it in the paper, you do not need to put it on this works cited page. So you should insert a full citation for each source that you used in your outline. They should be listed alphabetically, and the second line of each citation gets indented. So unlike a normal paper, on a works cited page, this first line is not indented. But if it continues on any other lines, it'll get indented. So just the way that I have the lines formatted here is how you'll format it when you actually type it. Once you're done with all of this, you will get this checked, and then you'll go ahead and type. If you still have questions about what you need to do, please make sure that you ask before you go ahead and start filling this in. Good luck!